Well, there is no and there is not yet. Weddington grad Malik Mustapha reframed what could have been seen as a rejection and turned it into a positive.
And along the way, there was always one person who made sure of it. Here's their story.
There's more than one way to face resistance. For some, it stops them, while others use it to make them stronger.
Oh, man, I know it's cliche to say it when they say trust the process, but it's the most accurate statement for him.
Former Weddington standout Malik Mustapha has proven himself strong, despite doubters and delay. But for insight on how he did it and why, you're looking at her.
One thing that I've always known about him is that no matter how I challenged him, he would listen to me. He trusted me.
Dee Miles is Malik's mother.
I consider myself a coach, a mother, mentor, coach, psychiatrist, psychologist, nutritionist, all of those things. So for me, back then, in his youth days, we were doing more like 2-a-day sports, like soccer and football. With soccer, on the way I'm drilling him, I'm like, I need 4 goals today. He said, all right, Mom, I'll get you 5. So same with football, I'm like, you can't blend in. I'm gonna need you to stand out.
But standing out wasn't always an advantage when faced with critics who believed he was too small or not quite a fit for a Division I program. Then in high school, heartbreak when Wake Forest, the one college he'd been waiting for, said no.
You know, I still remember the day that he was a senior and Wake Forest walked in. It was a game day. I think it was playoffs.
Weddington head coach Andy Capone coached Malik in high school.
I got a little nervous, but they said, you know, we're not going to offer you, and we don't know if you can play at Wake Forest.
And it's funny, like when I was at Wake, there's a whole cut-up of my player profile in there. So I was getting recruited. They just never, you know, pulled that plug. Like you said, they came to the school that one time during the playoffs and basically told me that they're not going to offer me. It was just like, it hurt, and I used that as fuel.
It just so happens neither that day nor those words could stop him. Not that this mom would ever allow it.
She was going on like the D1 program stuff and doing questionnaires. And I'm telling Mom, like, man, those 3, 4, 5-star kids don't have to do questionnaires, Mom. This isn't doing anything. But she never stopped. Just that, you know, passion she had to, you know, she wants my baby to play D1 football. You know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do my part because she's doing hers.
After high school, Malik first signed with the University of Richmond. But due to COVID, their season was cut short. He appeared in 4 games.
My mom is actually the one that, you know, hit me up and was like, how would you feel about hitting the portal? And I was like really confused because I'm like, Mom, there's no way after 4 games that I would even have a shot.
Today, I probably would have been like, okay, let's get more time, let's get more snaps in. I mean, divine providence is what I'll call it, because I definitely took a leap of faith.
It worked. Within hours of entering the transfer portal, Wake Forest called. There, Malik Mustapha was named team captain, and this past season started in every game, leading the team in solo tackles.
It's surreal, but it's what I work for. It's no surprise, you know, whether people saw it or not.
When there's some resistance involved, you get stronger, you know. He had injuries along the way, and he could have easily just buckled, and he never did. And I'll tell any young kid out there, I like hard, you know. If it's too easy, it's not always approach with determination.